1,
2,
3, let's go!
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a little Q&A. I am just going to be totally honest with you guys. I have really been struggling with my anxiety for the last few days, but like this morning's just been awful. So yeah, you guys are just witnessing me in real time, coping, I guess. In my head, I'm like, you know what? I have stuff to do. I want to make videos today. I want to go to the gym, you know, so I'm just gonna push through, and that's all I can really do. So let's get into this Q&A. First question, how old are you? I'm 24 and I turned 25 in June. Favorite color? I love pastels. I'd have to say light pink is my favorite. That's why my car is that color. Where are you from? I was born in New York, but I grew up mostly in Arizona and California. But I say I'm from LA because that's where I lived the longest. And what music do you listen to? This is a good question. As of lately, it's been mainly like rap and R&B. So it depends my mood, I guess, and it depends on where I am. So if I'm at the gym, I'm probably listening to Lil Durk, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Drake. If I'm in the car and I am relaxing, like just a relaxing, chill drive, then I'm probably listening to SZA, she's my favorite, or Janae Aiko, or I don't know if I said that right, Janae Aiko, or Summer Walker, Bryson Tiller, that type of music. And if I'm in the car and my vibe is like not calm, then I'm listening to Meg Thee Stallion, Drake again, Trippie Redd, Stream Plan B by Meg Thee Stallion, by the way. Am I single? I was in a relationship for 5 years. If you know me, you know who I was in a relationship with. That's my longest relationship ever, and honestly my only real relationship I've ever had. And I have been single for 9 months now, I think. So a whole baby. Next question. What are your pet peeves? So I made a list for this one. So number 1, when people never keep their promises. Number 2, people who don't use their blinkers because they just don't where I live, like blinkers just don't exist. Number 3, when someone has nothing but negative things to say. I just hate that. I try to think positively, so, or like if I'm telling someone my idea and they're just shutting it down, like I hate that. Number 4, people who walk extremely slow and you can't get around them. Number 5, men standing too close to me or staring me down. If I see a man staring at me like this, and I see him from the corner of my eye, this just happened to me in like Costco recently, and I was like waiting for my contact lenses, and I can literally, like, I'm not even looking at him, but I can feel him staring at me, and I look and he's just, doesn't look away, just staring me down, so I'm like, and he was like, so yeah, I'll just stare until you look away. Number 6, men interrupting my workout to try and talk to me at the gym. Just wait until like I'm leaving or something, or leave me alone in general because I'm at the gym trying to work on myself. Number 7, those people at the mall that try to sell you perfume and straighteners. I just wrote this one down because I think my anxiety hates this one. When I see anybody that's about to get in my face and ask me if I want to smell this, I'm literally like, can't see you, can't hear you, sorry. Okay, next question. Advice on learning to love your body. I have trouble comparing mine. Okay, so this is going to be a long answer, but I still am learning to love my body. I definitely think that I like it more now after working out, but I wouldn't say that I like love it, like I'd be lying. I definitely compare myself a lot, but I think that that is something that a lot of people struggle with. I don't think that you're alone with that at all. It's really hard nowadays, I think. I'll see a girl on TikTok and she's like 15 and I'm like, wow. When I was 15, I did not look like that. Like, I had overplucked eyebrows. Like, how do you look like the Vogue model? I don't know where is it TikTok? Is it because they're on YouTube and like learning everything now, or we're just getting prettier? I don't know. And so I think that makes it pretty hard, and like especially on Instagram, where not everyone is photoshopped, but I'm sure, you know, you see a lot of stuff that's overly perfected, and that can be a struggle as well to like look at that stuff and be like, why don't I look like that? But I think I used to get really jealous of like any girl I saw that I thought looked better than me, and over time I realized like, okay, that doesn't serve me. Like, feeling jealous of someone does nothing for me but make me ugly. Like, jealousy is genuinely so ugly on anybody. So I have to keep checking my camera because I already recorded this video the other day and it didn't save any of it because it said my memory card was full, but it didn't tell me, and then I looked after I was done recording. So yeah, sorry, I'm gonna have to keep checking that. What was I saying? Oh, so instead of feeling jealous now, I just like look at girls as inspiration and like motivation in the gym. Like, when I see a pretty girl, I follow, because I'm like, I need to see her again, because when I'm at the gym, like, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about this girl with this really nice body, and I'm like, my body's gonna look like hers. Like, I want to look like that. And so that's what really has helped me grow, I think. And I also do think that jealousy is sort of a maturity thing. I think if you still get super jealous of other people, it's just a projection of what you don't like about yourself, and that's because you just need to mature more. You just need to, your mindset needs to grow. I don't know if that made sense, but I also like to follow body positivity accounts on Instagram. That helps too. Next question, have you met any celebrities? If so, can you list them all? So I made a list of this. This is like the first time I've ever made a whole list of the most that I can remember. I could be forgetting some, but these are definitely people that I either was invited to their house because my friend was invited, or I'm at a huge party in LA and they just happen to be there. And you know, some of these people I met at a Halloween party, or we were invited to a studio, and like all those experiences are really cool. And so that's how I've met people. I'd say maybe like 5 people off this list even know who I am. So I have met, I'm gonna put a picture for these because you guys might not know who I'm talking about, but then when you see the picture, you'll know. So I've met Ronnie from Jersey Shore. I have met Drake's dad at Hookah Lounge many times. He frequents a hookah lounge I used to go to a lot. I've met Murda Beats. He makes the beats for like Lil Baby and stuff, a lot of people. I've met Smiley. He has a song with Drake. I've met French Montana. That's a funny story that I will probably never tell you guys. I met Lil Baby back in November. I have met the Migos. I have met some Vine guys. This was a long time ago, but Cameron Dallas and Nash Greer. It was a birthday party at another Viner's house, so there was a bunch of Viner people. I've met Nelly. That's because we were invited just to watch him film a music video with Jeremiah, so that's the next person I've also met. I've met Jasper and Taco from Odd Future. There's a hair in my mouth. I have met Chris Brown a few times. I've met Chanel West Coast, same hookah lounge as Drake's dad, by the way. I have met Kyle Massey and Chris Massey. They're brothers, and you guys will definitely know who they are. Kyle Massey, Courtney House, That's a Raven, and Chris Massey, Zoe 101. I have met Andre from Victorious, and I also met Roshan, and those two I met at the same time, same place. Moving on, last show you watched. So right now I'm actually just rewatching Criminal Minds because it's been a long time since I finished the series, so I'm about to finish again. I literally just rewatched the whole thing. But I also just finished like a week or two ago watching Lost, which I tried to watch a couple times and I couldn't get myself to finish it, and I finally did. And it's so good, but the last season is awful. But yeah, it's a series. It's like, how do you end it? So they ended it pretty badly, in my opinion. What's your go-to alcoholic drink? This depends, again, where I am, what I'm doing, what my mood is. I really don't drink very often at all. But if I'm at home drinking with family or something, then I don't drink anything but wine or champagne. If I go out to eat, like a nice dinner, then I'll get like a really dirty martini or a fruity cocktail. I love a dirty martini. Filthy, filthy, filthy. Martini is just the best. And if I'm at brunch, then obviously mimosa, or I love a Bloody Mary. Oh, and at the club, vodka Red Bulls. What made you want to start content creation? Oh gosh, I've answered this question so many times, so I apologize for those who have already heard this, but let me check again. Okay, we're good. We're good, it's still recording. So, I have been streaming and just in the gaming community in general and on the internet in general since 2016. I was 18 years old. Wow, that's so long ago. Oh my god. But so I originally had this group of friends that I met from playing Toontown, because Toontown I played just all growing up, and I started playing again when I was like 15. So I met these people when I was 15, and I've known them for about 10 years now, which is crazy. And they actually were the ones who introduced me to Twitch. And it's weird because back then, like where I lived especially, none of my friends had computers. Like Twitch just wasn't a thing that anyone knew about at all. So I think it's really cool, but it has its downsides now that everybody knows about it and everybody's doing it. Like, I know people in high school that are streamers now, and it's just weird. Yeah, like I was streaming recently and one of my exes, like a really toxic one, was in my chat. And I was like, how did you find me? He's like, I was just in the Valorant section. I'm like, well, stop doing that. Can you not? So yeah, actually, so my Toontown friends were the ones who showed me Twitch. I watched a video of Kitty Plays on YouTube because that was like the first thing I ever saw. And I was like, what is she doing? They're like, oh, she's just streaming. And she was like, I think she was crying from like a $13,000 donation or something like that. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. What does she do? They're like, she plays games. I'm like, I play games, let me try it out. Like, I think they had introduced me to CSGO, so I was starting to play CSGO. And so when I started streaming, I streamed Toontown and then CSGO for a really long time. And I just loved it. I loved that I was meeting all these new people and I was just able to talk to people. Like, I remember I lived with my mom and I was streaming at night because it was like when they were asleep, so the house wasn't loud. Like, I only lived with my mom and brother, but they're loud. So I would stream either when they were home or at night, and it was like I just had this little community of people to talk to at night, and it was cool. What helps you get through bad times in terms of your mental health? Right now I would just say the gym and taking my medication is what's working for me. We all have our own like battles and struggles, and mine personally stem from a lot of different things, but one thing that always made me really like depressed or down was when I would think too much about how old I'm getting, or how far away the past is, or that I thought there were goals that I have reached by now but like I haven't, and stuff like that. But I definitely think my mindset overall has just totally changed. Like, I know this is gonna sound dumb, but I really do think it's all about mindset, and that makes it sound like it's easy, but it's not. My mindset didn't change until I took medication. Now when I think about the past, I just don't really let myself dwell on it, and you know, that doesn't serve me to think about the past so much that it makes me sad. Instead, I'm just very grateful for the lessons I've learned and for all the great memories that I have and the things that I was lucky enough to experience, and I'm just really grateful. And oh, sorry, I know I'm saying a lot. I think it's my anxiety. I like literally like feel like I can't sit still. Like my brain is just bouncing off the wall. Okay, for some reason the camera just stopped recording, but at least this time I saw it. As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. Instead of, you know, getting upset or letting myself think about things for too long, like I just stopped. I just stopped thinking about it. Apparently I need to hurry up with what I'm saying because my camera just wants to keep cutting me off. So the age thing is also like, the way I think about it now is everyone gets older, like that's life, and I actually think the older I get, the smarter I get and the happier I get, I guess. Like, I think that I've come pretty far, like especially with the goals that I feel like I haven't reached. It's like, well, I look back and I'm so much farther than I used to be. Like, I mean, I started in an apartment that was in a bad area and it was really cheap, and now I own a house and a car, and I didn't have a car for years. Just, it's pretty far from where I started, for sure. I've come a very long way, and so I just remind myself of that, and that also helps. I've just come to terms that I'm gonna get older, like it's not gonna stop happening, and it happens to everybody, and it's cool. I have like 3 more questions if my camera will just stop interrupting me. 3 makeup products you can't live without. Okay, so shout out to Kelly for asking this one. Go follow her. And I'm trying to think of this as like let's say I'm leaving the house in a rush and I only have like 2 minutes to put something on my face so I don't look like I just rolled out of bed. So what I would do is concealer, brow gel, and lip gloss, definitely. I just think eyebrows are too important to leave them not brushed up at least. A little concealer wherever I need it, and then lip gloss, and I'm good to go. I don't go anywhere without lip gloss. If you could collab with a makeup brand, who would you pick, and what product would you make with them? There are so many brands I would love to work with. Like, I could name a bunch, like Ariana's brand, Selena's brand, Kylie's brand, Anastasia, Morphe, just like so many good brands. But I love Rihanna, so I'd have to say Fenty. And I think she doesn't have like a liquid eyeshadow, so I think that would be cool. Or maybe like a cream contour palette with like blush as well. Next question. Ooh, we're almost done. Oh my gosh. Okay. What's one regret you have in life? So I'd be lying if I said I don't have any. This is the last question, finally. But, you know, I think that everyone has things that they wish they didn't do or say or whatever. And for me, it's like, yeah, I definitely do have some, but I don't think I would change anything because I learned hard lessons, but valuable lessons from everything, and I'm really grateful for that. And I'm sorry, my answer is going to be short because I'm trying to hurry. But I think one thing I do regret, though, that if I could ever change anything, it would be that I totally stopped streaming, like just didn't stream for a year. And then I was banned for a year, which I didn't know was going to happen. So ultimately, I wasn't around for 2 years. And I just wish that I hadn't done that because I do really miss my community. So I'm gonna go film another video for today that you guys are gonna see. Hopefully I'll have them both uploaded by tonight. I think I will. And yeah, that's all for the Q&A, and maybe I'll do another updated one in like a few months or something. If you guys have new questions for me, I'm happy to answer them. Thank you so much for watching.